Hello everyone, and welcome to our game of World of Warships. Today it's me playing, and I'm in the Atlanta, the Tier 7 Premium US Cruiser. I'm on the map Haven in a 4-point domination game. It's a Tier 7 battle, which is pretty nice. There are no Tier 5s around though, it's only Tier 6s and Tier 7s. Now recently I found out that I actually enjoy the Atlanta, something that I didn't think possible for a very long time. I got this ship from a crate, I think like 1.5 years ago, and I barely ever touched it. But I guess now that there are the light cruisers out, and I've been playing some more light cruisers. Also, now that I have a captain, because you really want like 18 points in this ship, it's actually quite enjoyable. Although it's still very map dependent. Now here in the beginning I went close to B. I was forced to get a little bit closer to this island than I wanted in the first place because I was spotted by planes. Now I managed to radar the enemy destroyer, but nobody was here to take advantage of that. Well, I mean, nobody had a line of sight, it looks like, in order to shoot them. Now there are some torpedoes coming here, but they don't have the range. Unfortunately, I used my defensive fire earlier to help my own carrier in the battle against the fighters, so it's not ready right now. But I mean, my anti-air is still doing a little bit here. Now keep in mind I had those planes selected. You can't see that in a replay, but you always wanna make sure you target planes manually, because it increases your damage against that one squadron. Now, so far, my team has lost one destroyer, so it's not looking that good, and we don't have a capture point. But for some reason, the enemy Farragut decided that he really wants to get spanked here. So let's oblige him. Or her. Now, it looks like the Farragut is still floating, but 30 seconds until I have radar ready again, so I'll turn towards the destroyer now. That will help avoid any torpedoes. And, well, I want to be close once the radar hits, so I can make sure he has no chance of escaping. Now we do have a Fushun in here as well, and it looks like maybe the Fushun detected him. The Farragut tries to run away here, but he gets taken out by the Fuso. Unfortunately, we are 2 destroyers down, and the enemy team is 1 destroyer down, so they have the advantage. But we are now taking B, and nobody has taken C yet. Now overall, as is usual, you see the bigger ships here on the flanks. Basically, I don't know, shooting each out. However you wanna call that. Now, meanwhile, I'm trying to hit this Fubuki, but at 11 kilometers, and with the Atlanta shells, it's like not so easy. Now radar is ready, but I'll have to get a little bit closer in order to catch him with my radar. And I have to be careful that I don't end up getting shot at by those battleships. Also, I might add, while the concealment in this ship is okay with 9.4, it's not that amazing. Like the Belfast has 9 kilometers or so, for example. And you know, this ship is like really squishy. You don't want to get caught out in the open. Also, your firing range is only 13.3, and that's with advanced firing training. Without advanced firing training, your firing range is like 11 point something. Now I'm almost spotted by that Queen Elizabeth, and yeah, I'll get spotted here, so I'll have to turn away. I did manage to get quite close enough towards that smoke as wanted to, but I mean I can't spot him. Unfortunately, that Fubuki is immediately moving forward, and there is an island that prevents me from shooting him all that much. Now while this Fubuki is spotted, we don't... Maybe the Cleveland has shots, but not sure. Now myself, I'm getting shot at by the Queen Elizabeth, and I can dodge this salvo, but there is also the Nagato. And this is a situation you really don't want to be in. Like, being in the open with the Atlanta is... It's just asking to get devastated. But on the bright side, because my firing range is so low, the Nagato can't spot me even if I fire my guns. Unfortunately, there are planes, and those planes can certainly spot. Now it looks like the Nagato isn't interested in me, which means I can run a little bit more freely around here. I wanna get back to having shots at the Queen Elizabeth, maybe keeping this island between me and her. And it looks like somebody... Oh, for a brief moment somebody was interested in me, but I'm undetected once more. Meanwhile, we are losing the B cap. So let's see, maybe I can get there and radar Ernst Gede. Problem of course is the B cap offers a lot of cover, so if he's sitting behind an island then maybe I can't do an awful lot. But oh, it looks like he is kinda charging in. Now, unfortunately, our Fushun is on very low health. Our Fushun is probably being hydroed, and our Fushun has no way to escape that. So let's hope that we can sink the Gede as well. Radar not ready yet, unfortunately, but will be ready pretty soon. And it looks like I'm getting detected by planes, so might as well open up fire here. Radar is ready, we see the destroyer, but this island... Well, I mean, I can get some shells over this island. But if he gets close enough, then I'll no longer be able to shoot him. So I guess I'll have to engage other targets right now. And I don't think anybody can shoot this Gede right now. So I'm launching some torpedoes here. But I mean, he is hydroing me. So he knows they are coming, but it discouraged him from charging around here and torpedoing me, I suppose. So overall, this battle is looking pretty bad, because we are behind a lot of ships. And while we do have 2 capture zones, right, one of them is contested. So this Gede is just sitting there. He is currently being plane spotted by our carrier, which is very nice. As long as those planes remain, this Gede has nowhere to go. I mean, he could potentially try to smoke. Maybe escape like that. I mean, my radar is still on cooldown, so he still has an opportunity to get out of here. But a very good play from our carrier, keeping this destroyer spotted, and now he makes a run for it. I'm not exactly sure why right now. He is dropping smoke, but he should have dropped smoke earlier on and maybe creeped away within the smoke. But, you know, good for us. That's one less destroyer. Now, the enemy team has been pretty passive, even with their big ship lead, and right now their ship lead is kinda gone. They should have really used the opportunity and be more aggressive early on. But, you know, they still have this Nagato there in the back. With a lot of health. I'm not sure how much health the Leon has. Well, still pretty healthy. If they had moved in on C, while we were still defending B, and maybe even pushed us here so that they caught us in a crossfire, I mean, if they'd pushed here aggressively enough, probably could have done something. Now, meanwhile, I'm unfortunately back in the situation where I don't wanna be, which is in the open facing two battleships, and at least one of them is actually aiming at me, and it seems to be the Lion so far. So, there are the shells. I am turning. Should have probably turned a little bit sooner. And, well, this looks like those were all overpens, and now I just turned into the salvo from the Nagato. But what I want to is I want to reach the safety of this island, right? This little bit of island here should offer me protection from being spotted. And indeed it does. Now I need them to like push in far enough that I can shoot them, but not so far that they can shoot me. So ideally they wanna be... Ideally for me, I need them to stay in this small area where I can make use of that concealment here. Now I am plane detected, and I'd assume that they can lob shells over this because, you know, it's not really all that high. But thanks to my anti-air, planes went away. So, and this is basically, I couldn't have gotten it better in any way. So they pushed far enough that I can shoot them, but not so far that they can shoot me. And if this Nagato would have sailed a little bit more forward, then I would have been in trouble. But exactly before he was able to like spot me and be a threat, he decided to turn around and get farmed some more, so hooray! Now the Nagato is burning, he's on pretty low health, and you know, enemy Lion decided that he wanted to just show broadsides to our Lion. So they could have just continued pushing in, therefore remain angled against his battleship, sail a little bit forward, utterly devastate me, probably devastate the Graf Spee as well. But instead they decided to show full broadside to our battleship while getting farmed by an Atlanta and making sure that they can't do anything about it. So, right now this suddenly looks pretty much won already. And interestingly enough, the Sea Cup has never been taken this entire battle, which is kind of funny. So we have some more planes incoming, it looks like. I guess I haven't been shooting down planes in a while, so let's see. Still waiting for those attack craft to come a little bit closer before I use my defensive fire. And now, I mean, I'm plane spotted, but this island protects me from enemy fire. I'm just waiting, I'm just daring those planes to come in here. It looks like our carrier might just be pulling them in.
Our victory is in sight.
And there we go. Attack is coming my way, defensive fire is a go. And it might just be raining planes here. And you know, even the fighters are in range, in for the party once I've dealt with the attack craft. Let's just... Oh no, the fighters are pulling back. How sad. So, I'm up to, what, 23 planes? Nice. Now I can just get into sea, maybe farm some capture points and possibly get shots at the iron. I mean, the Jaws is too far away and somebody will surely sink the Jaws before he could ever get in range. And look, even the enemy carrier is getting into the fun. And that carrier decided it's finally time for his team to take some points, and since nobody else is doing it, he will do it himself. Now, I mean, he is probably also running low on plane. I can totally respect the carrier that, instead of hiding at the map border, in the end just YOLOs in when the battle is over anyway. So I wanna stay in cover from this Bayern, and well, if I can get shots at the Bayern, I'll obviously prioritize her. Once this Bayern is dealt, there is no real threat remaining for me. And this Bayern is dealt with, it looks like. So planes are coming for me, and they even managed to start a fire. Now my defensive fire is on cooldown, but my anti-air is still okay. And now all that remains to be done is farm some damage on the enemy Hiryu and try to take this cap before we reach 1,000 points. But yeah, we will probably reach 1,000 points before that. And here we are with the results. I managed to earn 3,385 base experience, which is a lot. And yeah, it was a pretty fun battle. I scored 143,000 points of damage, earned a Confederate and a high caliber. I destroyed 29 planes and sunk 2 enemy ships, and I thought this an enjoyable game. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.